Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Michael Baldwin, a sharp and determined lawyer, begins a dramatic investigation to uncover the truth about Ian Ward, a man with a dark and mysterious past. Michael suspects that Ian may be involved in the mysterious disappearance of Victor Newman, who has always been the pillar of the Newman family. With his ingenuity and sharp intellect, Michael not only collects clues from those around him but also personally faces danger to find the connection between Ian and Victor. While Michael focuses on the investigation, Nick Newman chooses a different path. Not wanting to wait or rely on anyone else, Nick decides to solve the problem himself. With a courageous spirit, he dives into the search without hesitation, regardless of the risks. Nick's journey leads him to a shocking discovery: the place where his mother, Sharon, is being held is also the place where Phyllis was kidnapped. In a moment of seemingly glimmering hope, Nick is suddenly attacked from behind by Ian. His life now hangs by a thread, putting the Newman family in a more tense situation than ever. In the midst of the chaos, Nate Hastings, a devoted doctor and close friend of the Newman family, brings Amy Lewis some surprising news. Although the details of the news have not been fully revealed, it seems to be related to a deeper aspect of the story. Amy's reaction to this information will open up a series of new developments that may change the current situation. Upon receiving the news from Nick and Faith Newman, Victor wastes no time. He immediately takes action, ordering his security team to pick up Ian Ward. In a private meeting at the Newman family mansion, Victor does not hesitate to use threats and harsh warnings to force Ian to reveal the truth. However, despite having Ian cornered, Victor still feels that there are too many unanswered questions. Victor suspects that Ian did not act alone. When he mentions the strange timing of Ian's return, a bigger picture emerges. Ian admits that he is working with Jordan, a dangerous supervillain. This makes Victor understand that he is not only facing an old enemy, but also a larger conspiracy that could threaten his entire family. While Ian tries to keep his secrets hidden, Michael Baldwin discovers a series of important evidence proving the shady relationship between Ian and Jordan. Jordan, with his genius and cruelty, has meticulously planned to overthrow Victor and the Newman family. Both Ian and Jordan have a common goal: to destroy Victor and destroy everything he has built. Meanwhile, Nick, after escaping Ian's attack, quickly informs Victor about Jordan's involvement. This makes Victor even more determined. He understands that, to protect his family, he cannot only use power but also intelligence to deal with these two dangerous enemies. The fight against Ian and Jordan is not only Victor's responsibility. The Newman family, known for their solidarity in times of trouble, come together to plan a way to turn the tide. Sharon, after being rescued, plays an important role in providing information from the inside. Phyllis, although traumatized by the kidnapping, is still resilient and supports the family in confronting the dangerous enemies. Faith Newman, despite her young age, with her courage and intelligence, contributes a lot to the plan. She discovers an important clue from Ian's computer, leading to the discovery of Jordan's secret base. The final confrontation between Victor, Nick, Michael, and the two dangerous enemies is a battle of wits and emotions. Ian, for all his cunning, eventually succumbs to the might of the Newmans. Jordan, for all his wits, is captured when his plan to overthrow the Newmans fails. The Young and the Restless has never been a simple story. The end of this battle is just the beginning of a series of other exciting plot twists, as the Newmans continue to face new challenges. With unity and determination, the Newmans have proven that nothing can defeat them, not even the most dangerous enemies. Victor Newman, who is always in control of the situation, is not content to wait for Ian Ward to make his next move. Victor knows that Ian is more than just a threat. He is sophisticated, dangerous, and capable of causing catastrophic consequences. With a sharp mind and experience in dealing with complex conspiracies, Victor assigns Michael Baldwin, a trusted lawyer and private investigator, to investigate Ian. The goal is clear: gather intelligence, uncover all of Ian's schemes before he can carry them out. Michael, no stranger to dangerous cases, accepts the assignment without hesitation. He begins to follow the clues, from shady phone calls to connections that Ian may be using to hide his plans. But the task is not easy, especially when the shadow of Jordan, an old enemy of Michael, gradually appears. Jordan, supervillain with superhuman intelligence and boundless cruelty, was the man Michael had sent to prison. The grudge between them has never subsided, and this time Jordan has escaped with a clear plan for revenge. As Michael digs deeper into the investigation, he soon realizes that Ian is not acting alone. Ian is collaborating with Jordan, forming a dangerous alliance to destroy Victor and the Newman family. The confrontation between Michael and Jordan is a dramatic highlight. Jordan, with his intelligence and manipulation, does not make it easy for Michael to achieve his goals. The challenging words and tense mind games make the audience feel like they are drawn into a battle not only of muscles but also of mind. Michael is forced to choose: continue to follow Ian or face Jordan directly, who does not hesitate to use any means to stop him from going further. While Michael faces the dangers from Ian and Jordan, Newman falls into a state of panic. Sharon, the woman he loves, is trapped in a dangerous situation and time seems to be running out. Nick's protective instincts kick in, but this also makes him act impulsively and without thinking. Unable to wait for anyone, Nick decides to take matters into his own hands. He follows the clues and quickly confronts Ian Ward. But Nick is a hot-tempered person, and this becomes his biggest weakness. In a moment of incontinence, Nick grabs Ian by the collar, demanding that he tell him where Sharon is being held. However, Ian, a manipulator, takes advantage of this situation to turn himself into a victim. Ian, with a sinister smile, responds with ambiguous words, making Nick even angrier. Instead of getting an answer, Nick falls into Ian's psychological trap, and things become more complicated. Meanwhile, the time spent with Sharon is getting less and less. Sharon is being held captive in a remote location, unaware of what is happening outside. Despite the danger, Sharon tries to stay calm, hoping that Nick or the Newman family will find her soon. But will they be able to get there before things get out of hand? Ian and Jordan are not easy to defeat. Sharon could become a sacrificial pawn if their plot goes further. Time is their greatest enemy, and all hope rests on the shoulders of Nick, Michael, and Victor. Victor, who has always been behind the scenes, does not sit idly by in the face of Nick's reckless actions or Michael's dangerous investigation. When he receives a report of Jordan's presence, Victor decides to intervene. He mobilizes his elite security team to not only monitor Ian but also ensure that Jordan cannot escape his control. But Victor also understands that things cannot be solved by force alone. He needs a comprehensive strategy to defeat Ian and Jordan and safely rescue Sharon. Michael's investigation leads him to a secret base where Ian and Jordan are planning their final plan. Meanwhile, Nick, with a heart burning with anxiety, also arrives there in a desperate attempt to save Sharon. Victor, with careful calculation, appears at the right time, turning the confrontation into a tense battle between the two sides. In this battle, Nick must learn to control his emotions to avoid being trapped by Ian. Michael must overcome his personal hatred for Jordan to focus on the mission. And Victor, with his determination, must ensure that his family is not harmed further. Sharon is rescued, but not without losses. Ian and Jordan, although captured, leave behind shady traces, implying that this is only the beginning of a larger conspiracy. The Newman family, despite weathering the storm, still faces challenges in the future. Michael Baldwin, a talented lawyer, is no stranger to difficult and dangerous missions. However, this mission brings him more challenges than ever, because it not only involves Ian Ward but also brings up an old feud, Jordan. Jordan is no stranger to Michael. He was the one who put Jordan in prison in the past. But now, Jordan has escaped from prison and returned with unlimited revenge. Michael realizes that Ian and Jordan are not just two individuals acting alone, but are working together to build a large-scale plan to destroy Victor Newman and those he loves. During the investigation, Michael discovers many shocking details. Ian is using the underground network to hide his activities, while Jordan is secretly mobilizing resources to sabotage Victor's plans. A tense clash occurs when Michael and Jordan face off in a secret base. The back and forth between the two former enemies adds to the drama, keeping viewers glued to their seats. Jordan taunts Michael, reminding him that the past can never be forgotten. But Michael, with his determination and wisdom, does not allow Jordan to manipulate him. Their battle of wits is just the beginning of a dangerous series of events. While Michael battles his ghosts, Newman is going through a personal crisis. Sharon, the woman he loves, has been kidnapped. With each passing moment, Nick's fears grow. As a man who has always been ready to protect his family, Nick cannot sit still and wait. He sets out on his own journey, hoping to find Sharon before it is too late. But Nick's hot-tempered and impatient nature makes him fall into Ian's trap. During a tense meeting, Nick cannot contain his anger. He grabs Ian by the collar, demanding that he reveal where Sharon is being held. Ian, a cunning and manipulative man, takes advantage of this moment to make himself a victim. With a sinister smile, he taunts Nick and asks challenging questions, making Nick lose his cool even more. However, this action not only fails to bring the necessary information but also puts Nick at a disadvantage. Ian continues to deny any involvement, while in fact, he has been holding Sharon hostage as part of his larger plan. While the outside world is filled with mental battles and tension, Sharon is being held captive in a dark and cold room. Not knowing what awaits her, Sharon still tries to hold on to hope. She believes that Nick and the Newman family will find her, but time seems to be on their side. Ian and Jordan do not just capture Sharon for personal reasons. She is a pawn in Victor Newman's plan to manipulate him. Sharon understands that the slightest mistake can lead to dire consequences, and she must find a way to survive while waiting for rescue. Victor Newman, savior and strategist. When Victor receives information from Michael and Nick, he realizes that his family is in extreme danger. Based on the clues Michael provides, Victor organizes a strategic attack to rescue Sharon and deal with Ian and Jordan. Victor's security team, fully equipped and experienced, enters the scene with support from Michael. In this tense battle, Victor not only uses his strength but also shows incredible intelligence and intelligence. He knows how to read his opponents, making it impossible for Ian and Jordan to predict their next move. When Victor confronts Ian, every word he says is threatening but is covered by his calmness. In this battle, Nick must learn to control his emotions so as not to fall into Ian's trap. Michael must overcome his personal grudge against Jordan to focus on the mission. Victor, with his determination, must ensure that his family is not harmed any further. Sharon is rescued, but not without loss. Ian and Jordan, though captured, leave behind a trail of dark clues that hint at a larger conspiracy. The Newman family, despite overcoming the storm, still faces challenges in the future. The Young and the Restless continues to be compelling, with compelling plots and complex relationships. Each character not only battles external enemies but also confronts elements within themselves, creating a story that is hard to put down.